Welcome back. You're watching ED Inside. There's no doubt that India's once glorious SME sector is fast losing its sheen. It's saddled with high costs, poor productivity and with little or no access to capital. But not all is lost yet. With some help from the government, SMEs can bounce back. Lakshmi Subramanian tells you how.
It's been 30 years since 52-year-old Kirpal Singh began this engineering and metals unit with 7 lakh rupees in Mumbai. Now you would think that his business is a well-oiled machine, considering that it clocks a turnover of 3 crore rupees annually. But that's far from the truth.
लोन लेने के टाइम तो बोला जाता है कि बहुत इजी है. जब हम उस प्रोसेस में जाते हैं तो हमको बहुत प्रॉब्लमें आती हैं.
KG Engineering is one of India's million micro units battling the problem of insufficient capital. A micro unit is defined as one that has less than 25 lakh rupees invested in plant and machinery or equipment if it's a service. These units are, in a manner of speaking, the bottom of the pyramid as far as businesses go. But they are starved of capital because they don't meet the stringent lending requirements of banks. Most banks require SMEs to show collateral for funding, but collaterals are not easy to find, and so entrepreneurs often land up pledging their homes to get loans. But that is no assurance of a loan. Even if one does meet all these requirements, banks are still unwilling to lend the money because of fear of NPAs. The government is aware of these harsh realities and is doing its bit to keep these units alive.
They are given interest rate subsidies. You have the interest rate subvention in terms of for exporters. There's a CGTMSE scheme wherein the limits have gone up from 50 lakhs to 1 crore. SIDBI has been given a line of credit to do a kind of a moratorium for interest and the principal. And the government is doing quite a bit from their part.
That's not all. Last year, the Prime Minister constituted a task force to address the problem. The task force has suggested that rehabilitation packages for SMEs be made binding on all stakeholders, including banks and financial institutions, and said that one way to do that is to rule out discretion at the field level, whether by the field formations or by banks. It is recommended that banks collect a one-time guarantee fee and an annual service fee under the credit guarantee scheme to facilitate higher flow of credit to MSEs without collateral or third-party guarantee. It has also suggested roping in microfinance institutions to lend to small entrepreneurs. This could particularly help areas that have no access to banks. It's a noble thought, but one that needs to be executed at the earliest. Microfinance can even help these units tackle their other big problem, marketing. Most SMEs don't have the money to spend on marketing budgets, and so they need some amount of hand-holding by the government. Here, some lessons can be learned from the West. In the US, the Small Business Administration assigns annual goals for procurement by federal departments in consultation with them to ensure compliance of the legislated minimum procurement of 23% from small businesses. In India, this can be done by promoting subcontracting through ancillarization, vendor development programs and buyer-seller meets. While some of these measures are already in place, India still has a long way to go. Next in line is the technology barrier. SMEs are slow adopters of technology, and here industry bodies like the CII can play a major role. And last but not the least is poor infrastructure. Take for instance the MIDC industrial belt, which is home to 3,500 large, medium and small units. Goods worth 10,000 to 12,000 crore rupees are produced here annually, and the belt employs nearly 5 lakh people. But all the roads here quite literally lead to nowhere. There are frequent power cuts and little or no connecting infrastructure.
Many of my customers who come from abroad, that even if I had to give you this order, even if you can reach your place of work, how do you ensure that you will be able to deliver what you produce to the docks or the port for its export? To that, even till today, right from 1996, I have no answer.
That's the plight of manufacturers and service providers in many of India's 388 SME clusters. Here, India can learn many lessons from China, which has perfected the science of running successful industry clusters. China has more than 1,000 industrial zones that play a critical role in facilitating the growth of a variety of SMEs ranging between family-owned businesses catering to the domestic market to global powerhouses. These zones provide SMEs with basic infrastructure like roads, energy, water and sewage, security, streamlined government regulations, technical training and low-cost standardized factory shells. That reduced the dependence of SMEs on bank loans by lowering startup investment costs and risks and allowed entrepreneurs to start businesses easily. Industrial zones facilitated the development of clusters in China and helped in achieving economies of scale. Experts say that India needs a similar solution. But it'll take a long time to replicate the Chinese model because the government will have to work on it from the start. For instance, industrial estates will have to be notified as separate local bodies and be entrusted with municipal functions like levying taxes and maintaining common infrastructure which could be provided by the state.
Government has to come forward to build up some laboratories for the small scale sector to avail their services at a cheaper rate.
I think there is an incredible future which is possible if only the government took the minimal steps necessary to provide infrastructure.
Indian SMEs are clearly dependent on the government to come out of the woods. The good news is that the government is cognizant of that and is willing to take the necessary action too. And now it's not a matter of whether, but when the state will give this sector a serious look.
Well, that's all in this edition of ET Insight. We'll be back next week, but until then, don't forget to write in with your feedback and suggestions. Thanks so much for watching.